Well, hello to everybody out there. It is none other than Joshua Lennox, your CEO, your Chief Encouragement Officer, here live on the Inspiration Station. I hope that you all are having an amazing Friday and it's even gotten better as you're here. It is May the 8th, 2026, y'all. We are moving right ahead. We just started in this month and we're trunking along and we're accelerating at a great pace. I hope that some of you all are holding on to your seats and putting your seatbelts on as things are just continuing to progress for each and every one of us. As I always tell you guys, make sure you are knowing that yes, you do have challenges and you will always have challenges, but you will always overcome them. We overcome what seems to come over us. As I mentioned to you guys in the last two episodes or shows, if you want to put that, say that, but want to say that things are in transition right now. And again, as I said, make sure that you don't break down when things change. You just keep moving. You remain positive. You remain prayerful, and you remain consistent no matter what, as things are getting better, as things are changing, as things are transforming. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person who is having some things pivot in their lives right now, where you might be going through some changes just as well. But guess what? You keep taking one step in front of the other, continue to be prayerful, as I said, continue to be mindful of the direction you're going in, and be open to things shifting because they're going to shift in your benefit and shift in your favor, as I'm seeing for myself right now and speaking for myself and speaking for you. As I mentioned, will not always be these longer episodes as we've known before, but I definitely want to continue to be consistent and continue to show up and be reliable to you guys and be accountable for what I am doing. So, I'm not going to belabor you long, but if this is the first time that you are on the Inspiration Station, we are definitely here to be reminded that we're not only inspirations to other people, but we're also inspirations to ourselves. We're open, we're honest, we're vulnerable. We'll have some guests come on. What that format will look like moving forward, we shall see because it's going to be bigger and better than ever before. Whatever I do, and it's going to be bigger and better whatever you do. So, y'all, I'm glad that you're getting to see this for yourself just as an example in my life, as we all have had examples like that, right? But things continue to get better because we go higher and higher, further and further, and I'll even say in glory to glory, because that's what the Word of God says. So I'm going to jump right in. But what I want to say today is just to know for each and every one of you that you're going to do this for the first time. You're going to do this for the first time. You're going to do this for the first time. Why I wanted to continue to repeat that is because I want you to really sit with that for just a moment. There's some things that are in your path right now that you're going to do for the first time with no experience, no background. You may have been exposed to it before or not, but you're going to do it for the first time. It's going to be your first time doing it, and you're going to do it well. Why I want to spend just a few minutes with this is that how many of you all saw the Michael movie? I saw it. I saw it. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have seen the movie. I thought it was phenomenal. I'm a true fan of Michael Jackson and of the Jackson family just generally. I actually know my facts. And if you sit down with me, you better make sure if you starting to come, it's almost like playing spades. If you come in with stuff, make sure you know what you're talking about because I'm going to be able to fact check you. But I'm a true fan. So there were some things and nuances in the movie that I wish could have been tweaked or changed, but overall, it was an amazing production. I believe Jafar Jackson did an amazing job embodying Michael and becoming the essence of who he was, not just the performer, but also the human. Why I bring up his name is because also, I don't know if you guys have seen the movie The Jacksons: An American Dream, which was a TV miniseries that came out in 1992. I think it was November of 1992. I remember sitting around at the TV. I could not wait because I had been anticipating it. They had been showing commercials all that I think for the last couple of weeks, and I think it was aired on ABC, and I couldn't wait. So the actor who played Michael in that movie, of The American Dream, his name is Wiley Draper. He actually passed shortly after that movie was released. I think it was a year later. So he was phenomenal as well. He really captured Michael. They got him to look similar to him. I mean, the voice, he really, really, really did his thing. Why I bring those two up, Jafar and Wiley, they played major roles, Jafar on the big screen, Wiley on the television screen, but it was almost like playing Michael Jackson. It doesn't matter if it was on the TV screen or the big screen, that's huge and it's major. Millions of people watched an American Dream. And back then, we didn't have social media, we didn't have these posts and reels. All it was commercial and television. So that was a great deal. And actually, American Dream used to play for years over and over and over again on VH1. I remember I bought the DVD. I had to buy it twice. I think I had the VHS, then I bought the DVD. Somebody stole it from me. May the Lord do what he needs to do. But anyway, but my point, what I want to drive home is I don't know if you guys know, neither one of them had acting before. Neither one of them had ever done acting, had acting classes, coaches, none of that. Jafar just did what he did, and it was his very first time. He's never done acting before. Wiley Draper was never in acting before. He played Michael Jackson, the greatest entertainer ever, the biggest entertainer ever, and they both did it. And you could look at them on television with Wiley Draper, and you would think, there's no way that he didn't have any experience before because he was great at what he did. There's no way that Jafar Jackson could be on the big screen all over the world, and this is his first time acting. That doesn't make sense. Why my title is what it is because even in those people playing such huge roles and having big shoes to fill and having much scrutiny come to them because people need to say, hey, are they going to pull it off? Because you can't just do Michael Jackson in any kind of way. So because of that, each and every one of you, I'm sure there are things you've done before where it's been your first time. You've not had an experience with it. And I mean, we don't have to go as far as big as being on the big screen or thing, or maybe that is your case. But even being a parent, being a spouse, being a great friend, being and getting into a career field that you were not even prepared for. And sometimes, like I always have said to you guys, sometimes you're prepared before, sometimes you're prepared in. You could have no experience, no training or anything, but you get into something, and that's when you start to receive the training, receive the skill set, whatever that is, but you've never had anything prior. As for Wiley and for Jafar, they both had acting coaches to kind of help them along the way and things of that nature. I believe Marla Gibbs, I hope I'm not butchering, I believe Marla Gibbs' daughter was the coach for Jafar Jackson. And she's well known, especially in Hollywood, helping many people with acting skills. And again, you can have the acting coach. That's great. Okay, wonderful. We want this to be superb. We want this to be great. But he never had the experience before. So there's no limitation on you. There's no limitation on me or anybody to say, oh, I can't do that because I've never done it before. That might be the reason why you need to do it because there might be some things on the inside of you that need to be cultivated or developed or stirred up because you might think that you need such skill set, training, schooling, education, whatever that is, certifications, whatever that is, licensure. And you probably don't because there's things already within you that can allow you to perform whatever it is that you need to do. So there's no need to have fear. And even as I use for an example, as a parent, somebody can tell you what it's like to be a parent. You can read a childhood development book or and learn, go to classes and things of that nature. That does not mean that that's going to be something that's applicable to your children, specifically because you've never had your child before and you've never been a parent before. So it's like, what am I supposed to do? People can tell me things, but I won't know until I do it. What if this is the first time a person you're going to be in a healthy relationship? You're going to do this for the first time. It's like, wait a minute, I'm a more healthy person. I'm healed in a lot of ways. I've changed. I've transformed myself. I've done the work. And now, for the first time, I'm going to be in a healthy relationship. And I might be a little scared because I don't know what that's like. I'm used to toxicity. I'm used to drama. I'm used to waiting for the shoe to drop. I'm waiting for the worst thing to happen because that's what I've seen. So again, I also know people who have applied for jobs and they literally didn't have the criteria or the backing, but they were hired. And it's like, how did that happen? Maybe because the person could see that they were malleable, they could be trained, or they had a skill set in other ways. My point and premise in what I'm saying today is there is nothing that you cannot do. Take any limiting belief off of your life, off of your schema, how you see yourself and the patterns of your life. You can do anything you put your mind to. And just because it could be your first time doesn't mean that you're going to fail. You might not need to have everything that everybody else needs. Maybe there's something in you that's a quick learner. You catch on quickly, even if it's something you've never had exposure to. Or you may have had exposure to it, you just weren't doing it full throttle. So there's no excuses. Take off the I'm not good enough. I don't have this. I don't have that. I used to really be like that with God. Sometimes I would say, he'd tell me that he was going to have me to do something, and I'd be like, God, but I don't have this. I would go ahead and start discounting myself, as many people in the Bible did. To start discounting, I don't have this. I've never done this. I've never done that before. Sometimes I think that was why he wanted me to do something because first of all, he was going to be with me, and I was going to notice there's things inside of me that needed to come to the surface, or that I was so quick to learn and quick to acquire or attain whatever I was in that again, I could do anything I wanted to do. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, and so can you. So take the limiting beliefs off of your life and off of your sight, off of your hearing, and know that there's nothing you can't do, even if it's for the first time. So right now, even as I'm about to close us out, think of some things that you've already done in the past that you've done for the first time, and you weren't sure, you didn't have the skill set, you didn't have the expertise, you didn't have the backing, but you did it anyhow. There are things you're probably in right now, or you're going to be doing in the future that you're going to do for the first time and you're going to succeed at it. You're going to be great at it. Will it be challenging in some ways? Possibly, but you can do it. I always say if God gives you a dream, if he gives you a vision, or if he gives you an opportunity, it's because he knows that you have what it takes to fulfill whatever that is. One quick thing. Some of you all knew when I danced in college. I just use it as an example because that was something that I was not trained in. That was something that I was not. I mean, I had no experience other than watching it and then going home trying to emulate it. So in a way, I was exposed to it, but I was never put into a position where I was leading a squad on a collegiate level and having to deliver the way that I did and dance myself. That was something that I didn't have the experience in on the backing end, but guess what? I did it. And by the grace of God, I actually did it very well and I was very good. So there was no need to have a limit to say, I don't have this or I don't have that. Stop telling yourself what you don't have and tell yourself that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you and that you're not limited. You can do anything you put your mind to. All right. So that's all I want to say. You're going to do it for the first time. And you just fill in the blank of what that thing is going to be. And it doesn't always have to be with our careers, education, finances, even though it can be and it should be, but it also could be maybe the first time of you really loving yourself, or really first time of having love, whether that's romantic with your friendships or getting married, whatever that is for the first time in a different way. There are several things that you can do for the first time. Stepping out, taking a leap of faith in something that you do not have, maybe what others do have, training or whatever that is, and you're going to be able to do it and you're going to do great. You're not always prepared before, sometimes you're prepared in. So keep that in mind. Do not be discouraged. Don't talk down to yourself. Don't self sabotage, but step out and do some things and welcome the things that are coming to knock at your door that you've never had experience to do. Do not discount yourself and don't count yourself out. Don't minimize yourself and don't do like I used to do. But I don't have this. But God, I don't do this. Da 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 da. It doesn't matter because if it comes to you, it's because it's for you and that you have the capacity to fulfill whatever it is. So I hope that you all have an amazing Friday on this good old May 8th. I love you guys. Please spread love now more than ever and know that there's nothing you can't do because you're going to do a lot of things for the first time, no matter what. And you have more than you think you do, no matter you have experience from other things too that might aid you. So I'll talk to y'all next Friday on the Inspiration Station, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. Mountain Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and to the wonderful international, beautiful, wonderful family we have here. You all know your time zones and you know them well. And I know some of them, but I don't know directly on all of them for you. But just glad you'll be able to watch it whenever you can. Thank you again for your patience. And again, because consistency is still showing up. Some metrics have changed, some things of reach have changed, but I'm going to keep pressing forward. We're going to keep pressing forward with what this is. Things are going to be bigger and better than they've been before for me and for you. You've always been great. You're just getting better, and you're really coming into the position of embracing and knowing that each and every day of your life. So I will see y'all next Friday. Talk to y'all soon. Share, repost. Share this with anybody and everybody who you know probably needs to hear this. Anybody needs to hear this because we all are faced with things that we're going to do for the first time. And we need to be reminded that we're not limited and we don't always have to have what we think in order to perform whatever that is. So I will see y'all next Friday. Love you much. Spread love now more than ever. We need it, and it starts with you. Bye.